And I think we are live. It's exciting. There's always that gap where I'm like, oh, do I say anything? Do I not say anything? But yeah, it's super great to see everyone. Let me just check and make sure that everything is streaming the way it's meant to be streaming, that I can see you, that you can see me. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I love what's going on in the group right now. You guys are amazing. Why isn't this working for me? See if I can see what's going on so I can see. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Why won't it let me roll down? Roll in, roll in, roll in. There we go. Discussion. I just want to be able to see your comments so I can know who's here so I can speak to you. That's like my most important part, right? Oh, yeah, there we are. I got you. Hey, Holly Ann. Super nice to see you. Did you see in the engagement link post below, I put a comment. I found an automatic calculator for calculating your engagement. And what you do is you just put in your Instagram name and it calculates your engagement and also just the average views and everything else. You can only do it a couple of times a day before it asks you to like subscribe. So you can just enter your stuff in there. So I entered Holly Ann. So have a look at the post that Sunny posted there that has the engagement calculator. It's got a link to the Instagram calculator. And then I shared, yay, look at you, Mister, 3.8%. So cool. I know, it's seriously cool. You have better engagement than Kim K. Yeah. So darn cool. I'm glad you found that one. Yeah. So much fun, right? Hi, Kamini. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, so you guys can have a play with it. Hey, Faye. Nice to see you. How you doing? So yeah, you guys can have a play with that engagement calculator. It's super fun. It will just spit out your engagement, so you don't have to worry about trying to, X times pi divided the square root of your big brother. Yeah, so this is super cool. I just wait for some others to come on. I'd love to know how you guys are feeling today. Where's your head with everything? We've done quite a bit, and I know it can feel it's about expanding, but then it's also contracting and bring it all together. So I'd love to know how everyone's feeling today with everything. Yeah, perfect. Hey, Paula, so nice to see you. Hey, Miss Don, nice to see you. Hey, Beck, so good to see you. Is 2.5% okay? 2.5% is totally okay. What did we say yesterday? 1 to 3% is average, right? So I think that's so cool. Hey, Julie. Hey, Susie. Nice to see everyone. Yeah, so just for some of the others who are catching up, I shared a calculator. Sunny shared a post, and then I shared underneath that a calculator for calculating your Instagram engagement. I know that some of you guys have already jumped in there. It's super fun. You just enter your Instagram name and it'll tell you what your engagement is. Hey, Deb, nice to see you. I know, how cool is that? I was like, oh, I've always thought there must be an easier way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Angela. Good morning to you. I hope you're feeling better today than yesterday. Yeah. Yep. So good. Yeah, I know. So much fun, right? So much fun. So today, it's only 5:02. Look at you guys. We're all early worms today. Is it 5:02? 5:02. Who knew? Today, yeah, no problem at all. I want to cover a couple of things. I want to cover things like your Uber bio, and I've just come up with this new name, the Sugar Cube, and Holly Ann and I have a little bit of a history with the Sugar Cube. No, we don't have a history with the Sugar Cube. But Susie and I have a history with Sugar Cubes. So I'm going to share a little bit about my version of the Sugar Cube and what that looks like. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to craft your Uber bio today to make sure that you're using this precious real estate. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. It's always my pleasure. I love being here with you guys. In fact, I'm feeling a bit sad that this is going to end, but it doesn't have to, but it has to, if that makes any sense. I'm like, oh, for someone who really loves to hide behind the screen, and yeah, I'm surprised by how much fun I've had with you guys. I'm not surprised by how much fun, but just I'm just so appreciative that you're here and that the interaction is so great. Hello to you, Bula Vinaka, to you too. Lovely to see you. Hey, Miss Jenna. Hi, Nana Sue's back from the paddock. So good. How is it down there? You guys are okay? Yeah, amazing, amazing. So we'll just hook straight in, right? Let's just go for it. So you guys had plenty of time, and I've got some people. I've actually got people who are still joining. Esther, you're so lovely. Yeah, I'm like, some people have these like flash cameras, so when they go live, it's like you've been airbrushed, and I would so love that. But it's all about authenticity, right? So literally, I'm in my MC Hammer pants, like MC Hammer pants, socks on my bed, talking to you guys. So. So funny. And I'm so easily distracted. That's why my friends call me Dory, because I'm like, oh, what are we doing? Oh, there's the thing. But yes, I wanted to check in with you about your Uber bio, how we can make sure that you've got a visible brand, what's going on in that space, but also making sure that you're crafting the right offer. Okay, thanks, Angela. So let's start with being really, really clear. And that's what I was saying. There are people joining even now. Like, I've got friends who are pinging me saying, hey, I've just started the course. I've got people. Thanks. These are not my sexiest socks. I got better socks than these ones. We've got people who are even joining now, right? So I think, whatever stage you're at is perfect for you. Be kind to yourself about where you're at. So that's super cool. But what I want you to get really clear on is a couple of things, because your bio and your Facebook cover, they're the most precious piece of social real estate you can probably ever have, right? Your Facebook cover is like, it's so important, because people, when they land on your Facebook page for the first time, they're judging you. Isn't that awful? But they are. They're deciding whether they're going to follow you, if they feel aligned. They're looking to see the connection. They're looking for all of those things. And so that Facebook cover, having it as a space where you share your value, who you are, and what you represent, is so, so important. And it's the same with your Instagram bio. Getting that right so that people know immediately who you are, what you stand for, who you work with, and like giving them a little bit of love, I think is so, so important. So today we want to go through just a couple of those specialty things, like what is your Uber bio? How do you craft it? How do you use the Facebook page real estate? I totally have those socks, Holly-Ann. They're my favorites. They're the best socks ever. Sorry. So Holly-Ann met me when I was doing a course with my amazing coach Dee. And if you wondered who Dee is, look at this Facebook cover, and the lady with the laptop, that is Dee. She's my epic coach and friend. And we were in a course together with Dee called the Detox, because Detox, and it was about really getting clear and decluttering yourself from the things that don't serve you. And at that time, I was managing and a project manager for a very large fitness project, and really not having a great time, not loving my life. So this is 3 years ago, right? And we went through, actually, would have been August 3 years ago, 2017, and we went through this program. And I remember just being so disheartened every day, and like, Holly-Ann will tell you, I used to get on the call and just cry because I was so unhappy with where I was at. And so if I'm a testimony that anything can change and everything can change, then this would be it. And I remember Holly-Ann bought me some socks, because I was like, the only thing that, I can wear socks, but I'm wearing a uniform to work. So she bought me these socks, and I will share a photo of them. But the back has a very special message. So I will share a photo of my special socks, but they literally made my day, and I wear them regularly just to cheer me up sometimes. So I digress. You totally have a bio and a story. That's what you're here for, Paula. Yeah, so this profile, look at this one. This profile is prime real estate, and I would change it. It depends on what you're promoting in the current time, right? So for me, when I've got a new program, if I'm doing a new event, if I'm like going to be speaking at a space, or if I'm launching something, I use that Facebook page or that cover as a promotional space. It's like the strongest promotional space you'll ever have. So please use it wisely, right? How often do you change it? Do you know everyone gets a notification when you change your cover, right? So change it with intention. I don't change my personal one very often, but I always change my business one, and the same with the groups, right? You know, this is what's going on in the groups, and we update the covers regularly, and I think this is really important. Yeah. So how often? Whenever you have a new program that you're promoting, and quite often we always have a new thing that we're promoting, right? I just changed it for my business page. And this is my personal preference. So you'll just have to feel into what feels right for you. I don't love advertising on my personal page. Now, a lot of people in different organizations will tell you only to advertise on your personal page. But for me, I want people to know who I am. It's where I share a little bit more of a personal insight of who I am and what I do. But I never want people to turn up to my personal page and feel like they're being prospected or curated into something. I want to show up and give value and share my story in that space and the things that I believe in, and the amazing people that I get to collaborate with. And when I'm doing something new, I'll be like, oh my God, look at this awesome new thing that I'm doing. But it's never the place where I'm trying to generate business. Now, a lot of people think differently in that space, but for me, this doesn't feel good. So I don't do it. That's all that is. Yeah. But you can definitely use your personal page to let people know what you're doing. So quite often, like when I'm just starting a business page, I'll be like, hey, I've just started my own personal brand and I'm doing all these whiz-bang things. If you want to know more about what I'm doing, go over to that page. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. So let's just get super clear about, let's start with your Uber bio. Actually, we're in Facebook pages. So let's start with your Facebook page. Your Facebook page should be this authentic representation of your values and who you are. The couple of things that you need to have on it, you definitely need to have a photo of you. You sort of do. Yeah. Even if you don't want to, you sort of do. It'll be all right. So it's the first thing. You need to let people know what you do and what you stand for. So your values need to be represented in that. Now, so these mood boards that you've been creating are a great place for you to share a little bit about, you know, your brand. So you'll see my brand colors are there, my patterns and things, my logos are there. I don't put my name on it because they're already on my page. They know my name. I don't need to do that. But I'll quite often look, if I don't have something that I'm like working on at the moment, I'll just put my my mission or my vision or something like that. And quite often at the moment, this is how this course came about, because like, oh, I do, you know, all these things, but really my secret sauce is I just love creating content that connects. And it's like, yeah, that's my USP. That's my secret sauce, crafting content that connects. And that content that connects comes through in everything that I do. It's Facebook marketing, it's social media marketing, it's branding. It's about crafting content that connects. And so that is who I am and what my business does. And so I'm like, well, that's now my tagline. And that only came about like literally 2 weeks ago, right? It's like, yeah, this is the thing that I do differently. And so even though I've been doing this for a while, see how we all evolve and we do all these things, but you always are you, right? So use it for sharing who you are, your values, what you're working on, that visual representation of who you are. I think that's super important. And then update it whenever you feel it's the right time or as you're evolving. So, you know, I think that's really important too. Yeah. The other part around this is make sure that your so in your Facebook cover, you've obviously got the values, you're represented, the values that are represented, and people need to identify very clearly what you do. This becomes hard for most of us because most of us can't do that. So this is your first task for today. Task number 1, I need you to write, so that we're holding each other accountable, write what you do in 1 or 2 words. Let's not get fancy and say I'm the artistic purveyor of, you know, photography and videography for the exponential entrepreneur. You're just going to say I'm a photographer. brand photographer, wedding photographer, whatever those things are. If you're, business coach and you're working with entrepreneurs to help them scale from like 0 to 100K in their first like 3 months, I don't need to know that. I just need to know that you're a business coach or a startup coach. So go ahead, put them in the comments so that I can see. This is where we hold ourselves accountable. 2 words, content that connects. Yeah, it's what you educate. Yeah, thanks, Rachel. I love it. And I come up with it all the time. And then other people come up with it. I'm like, I didn't make up the words, right? But it's definitely, I have 2, content that connects and marketing that matters. Donna, acupuncture, perfect. Come on, pop them in there. 1 or 2 words. What do you do? Online retailer, empowerment coach, you got it. Amazing. Empowerment coach. I love that. Clinical hypnotherapist. I love that, Julie. Yeah. So clear, right? When we're forced to shut it down. Beck, chef. Jess, she's an epic chef. This is where it gets hard for me. Photographer, artist, nomad. I think you're an artist. I think you're an artist because you're an author. It comes under artist. You're a photographer. Maybe you could say visual artist. Empowerment photographer. I love that, Sunny. Wellness coach for Faye. You support mamas. Yes, you do. Yeah, Hollyann is an educator and an author. Wendy is a wellness coach. Paula's a clothing manufacturer. Sue is totally a community carer. And Susie is definitely a musician and a music educator. Yeah. Mum's just a gypsy. Mum, you're more than that. Come on, play the game. I'm glad to see you making a comment. This is good. Play the game. Mum, you're a writer. You're a creator. Yeah, online sustainability products, ketones inspiring better health. So I would say that you're a health coach or something like that. Ketones is your product, it's not what you do. Yeah, so just be clear. So you're a health coach or you're a health inspirer or you're a wellness influencer. That's what you are. You're not ketones. You help people though get into ketosis. Yep. Everyone got it? Everyone got it? We're cool. All right. So 1 or 2 words, you're doing well. Yes. And then the next part of that is, so what do you sell? 1 or 2 words. What do you sell? Pop them in here. Jenna, woohoo. You're not a woohoo. You're an inspirational creative. That's totally what you do. Yeah. So the next one, inspirational creative. I love that. Yeah, you totally are. Even with your name, it's so inspirational. You're a soul seeker. I love it. Health products. What do you sell? Health products. What do you sell? Photography experience. What do you sell? Mum and baby products. Perfect. You got this. Everyone's doing so well. Rachel, what do you sell? Soul seeker. I'm feeling a woohoo because you inspire me to woohoo. You inspire me to woohoo. The art of cooking, you totally, I actually got teary on that back. The art of cooking is totally what you do. Clothing and accessories. Mummy, you don't sell dreams. Oh my God, you're so funny. I love you. Sorry, Mum. I won't pay out anymore. Good job for saying. Child protection resources, creative insights. Yes, Mum does creative insights too. Nana Sue does creative insights. Actually, Nana Sue, you're a community. You do something in community. Joy and connection is what you do. Organic eczema skin condition products. Amazing. Coaching packages. Yeah. You sell health supplements. Yes. Nutritional supplements. Yes. You got it. You got it. You got it. You guys got it. Nailed it. You ready? Phase 3. What do you do? What do you sell? And who is it for? 1 or 2 words. You know the deal. Put them in the comments so I can follow you. So the accountability piece, right? So Angela is a, Faye, when I saw that, I saw it said online courses and dating. I don't know what this is. Helping with life's little hiccups. Can we shorten that to 1 or 2 words? How would I know what that is? Who do you help? Women. everyone. Everyone's a bit broad. Can we be a little bit more specific? Women's a bit broad. Can we be a bit more? First-time mothers is excellent. Everyone's too broad. Like, let's be specific. If I saw your page and I'm like, oh, you're a health coach for everyone, that doesn't really tell me what you do, right? You're a photographer for everyone, doesn't tell me what you do. Holly Ann helps teachers and parents. Paula, what generation? Or would it be contemporary women or hipster? Like, would it be like millennial women? Would it be like boho women? How do you get clearer on that stuff, right? You help kids and adults. It's sort of broad, but we're good. You help mamas, you help future thinkers. Look at you, Sue. You got it. Mum, who do you help? Just while you're here playing the game. Anxious women? Do you help anxious women? I would say that you help, well, I don't know enough about the services, right? But do you help more entrepreneurial women, or do you help more women who are looking for confidence, or are you helping women find confidence? Or like, what does that look like? Women 40 plus, yeah, classic women, stylish, elegant women, 40 plus. What about eco-conscious women or eco-conscious people? Beck helps foodies. I think you help non-foodies become foodies sometimes, right? Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Yep. Yeah, totally. But in theory, it depends. Like if the two businesses are complementary, for example, when we come back to that triad of brands that I keep talking about, your personal brand is your main thing, right? You are your brand. And then from there, you have your company brand, which speaks to your personal brand, and then you have your product brands. So if these businesses are actually products that still relate back to you, I think you can have still that one thing, because quite often we're helping the same person, but at their different stages of their journey. So if it's the same person, then I would say yes, keep it the same. But if they are two very different pieces, then separate it out. But if we're promoting you and your business and your brand and who you are, then start there, Rachel. Working mums, that's okay, no worries. Assisting the individual soul who find it hard to. Julie, you need to break that down to 2 words, please. And just this is like coaching Martine. I'm not a coach. My friends will say, you are a coach. I'm not a coach. Because I'm not really fluffy. I just just do this thing, right? I get stuck on what I do. Personal discovery, authentic lifestyle designer. How do you help people? What do people buy from you, Miss Dare? Yeah, you help women through change. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I think, what is the main thing? What is the main thing that you help people with? You help soul seekers. Yes. Nothing. That's the problem. Not anymore. I think that you're it's a whole different conversation. But I think, why do people connect with you? Like, what was the thing when you did that connection piece? What was it that people wanted to hear from you? You haven't sold anything for a while, but what do you want to sell? What do you want to share? What do you want people to be connecting with you on? What's all this for? Conscious lifestyle is good, Julie. I like it. Way better. Yeah, way better. I love your photography and your art, Mister. Jordana. Me, design and mitigation, inspiration. Yes, you're all of those things. You are such a great connector of people. Such a great connector of people. I love it. Perfect. You guys have got this. Because having this in real clarity, last question, please repeat. I can't remember it either. Let me get my notes. One moment, please. Who's it for? So what do you do? 1 or 2 words. What do you sell? 1 or 2 words. And who is it for? 1 or 2 words. And we maybe do that. It's all right, Melissa. Welcome. Oh, quantum tour guide. I love it. That's so cool. Yes. Delightful communicator. That's nice. Yeah. I think you're also like an inspired creative, right? So I think you're inspired creative, you're an inspired lifestyler. I think you empower people to go and live this life of their dreams. People want to be doing what you're doing. I think living that space of inspiration and lifestyle is so cool. I see how the world is when they connect with thinking about offering education. I think there is a space for you to offer inspiration, education, and a platform where you can share your gifts and your knowledge through your art and through your life and your work that would really resonate with people who want to be able to do what you're doing in such a powerful way, to get unstuck from the mouse wheel that they end up on. You're a magnificent advocate for that piece. Welcome, Kamini. So cool. So cool. You guys are amazing. Working with busy women who want to be financially confident. I love it. So darn cool. Yeah, busy women, financially confident. See, already I'm like, okay, I need to work with Melissa because I'm a busy woman and I want to be financially confident. Do you see how clear that is? When we're clear, it's like, I know who you are, I know what you do, and I know that I need you. This is what the whole purpose of this thing, right? So there's a lot of creatives in the group. I creative too. I can be fluffy. I get it. But unless people know who you are, what you do, and what problem you can solve them, this all just becomes more noise, right? And we're trying to connect and get through the noise so that you can speak to the people that you're here to serve. I think it's so important. Yeah, I love it. Well done. All right. So let's go into like, how do we go ahead and craft our Uber bio? Sounds fun, huh? So you've got some key things already. But the bio is a formula, right? It's got these elements in it that help you to get focused on who you help, what is it you do, and why people connect with you, people seeking wellness. I think acupuncture, when I go to acupuncture, there's a couple of things. I'm seeking balance, I'm seeking connection, I'm seeking pain relief quite often. Usually I go to acupuncture when I've like exhausted all my other resources, right? I'm in a bit of pain. So, and I'm looking for a traditional way of healing that will bring me back to myself as opposed to other elements. That's what I think of when I think of acupuncture. That's why I go to acupuncture, because I'm like, I just need to bring it back to something that's true and founded in the body and goes to the source. And it's not a band-aid for all the other stuff that's going on. That's why I love acupuncture. Well done, Donna. Perfect. So yeah, let's have a look at this bio thing. So there's 5 key elements in your Uber bio. You got to get focused on your title. So we're doing this stuff now so you understand your title. What do you want someone to introduce you to as a part? Let's say that again. What do you want someone to introduce you as at a party? What do you want them to say? When you leave the room, do you want them to say, hey, there goes Donna, who helps people seek wellness? Or do you want to say, hey, there goes Donna, the most connected acupuncturist I've ever worked with? Or, you know, hey, there's Melissa, didn't you know she like helps busy women to be financially confident? Or there's Miss Dare, she's this lifestyle entrepreneur, like living life off the grid. There's Marie, she's a cultural ambassador for change and empowerment. You know, what is it that you want people to say about you when you leave a room? How do you want to be introduced at a dinner party? How do you want people to describe you? It's got to be sort of basic, but it's got to be powerful enough that they're going to remember, right? So for me, I want people to say that I'm a content creator, but I'm a brand strategist. But actually, I want them to say that I'm an authentic content creator, that I create authentic brands and messaging. That's what I want them to say about me. Hey, my team, you need to connect with her. She's all about authentic branding and authentic marketing and marketing that matters. That would be cool for me. They're all the words. They're all the words. Yeah, you want to say, hey, there's Angela. She's changed my life for the better. Perfect. So think about it. What do you want on your title? What do you want someone to introduce you to? Hey, meet Angela, the betterment coach. Do you know what is that title? Get super clear on the title. We've done everything that we've been doing has brought you to this space, right? You just it needs to be simple enough for people to remember. It needs to be simple enough for you to write it down. Content creator. Holly is just, you know, I think she's, oh my God, amazing. Yeah, you're a beautiful. Thank you. Make you Cluck like a chicken. So cool. Yeah, you guys have got this, right? So that's the first thing, your title. Super important. First thing, your title. The next thing you want to be clear on is you want to understand, why do people follow you? So get clear about the benefits for your followers, why they're actually following you in this space. So if you haven't done this already, and we've done a bit of it in your content mapping, no? So you think about, if someone's coming to your page and they're following you, they're thinking about, they don't really care about our sugar cubes and our amazing brand and, you know, all of those things. What they're thinking is, what does this do for me, and why should I follow you, and what do I get by being here? So they want you to tell them what to expect, so they get, when they get there, they understand why they're there. So it's important to understand that your accounts are not about what you do, it's about what you can do for your followers. So in this space here about listing the benefits for your followers, you actually need to think about, why would someone follow me? So this comes into the place of, I help blah, the people that you help, to blah, right? So who do you help? Why do they follow you? You're struggling to shorten. Find flattering old timers clothing to give back style to over 40s. Be too long. Yeah. Yep. That gives advice and inspiration. You totally do. Yeah. Maybe there's some mind power coach. Sounds more natural. It does. I actually think, yeah, mind power coach is cool. I like it. That sounds good to me, Deb. Do that one. Like, I think there's something about elegant, and whether people want to have a space, like, is it more about elegant clothes or is it about styling? Sustainability in the Pacific. Well, I think sustainability, I automatically assume, if we're talking sustainability, that we're coming from a place of, you know, environmental. So I think sustainability in the Pacific is good. Yep, I like that. Sustainability in the Pacific. Village made products, also good. I like it. I like it. I like it. You guys have got this. So think about the benefits. If you need to, like, write a few down and then tweak them as you go, you totally can, right? Because then what you're saying is, who is the account for? So when you start leading with who it's for, you attract more followers, because when the account is tailor-made for the follower, there's a higher chance of turning your follower into a customer. So I'd always say, who am I for? I'm for, what do I say in mine? By the way, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, I say crafting connected brand experiences for humanity plus businesses. I'm for humanity plus businesses. Let us share your story, right? So that's what I am. I'm a branding creator. That's what I am. Maybe I can tweak that a little bit now that I'm here again doing this thing, and I review it quite regularly. But who are you guys for, right? So think about that. We've already done, like, the foundation work for this. I help communities think outside the square. Yes, you do. I help community. I think even for you, Sue, like, even coming back to Australian Made or community empowerment, I think that's super cool. I think that's super cool. Elegant stylist for over 40s. Now you got it, Donzi. So cool. To know what to do with money so they're financially strong. Now can you do that in, like, 4 words? Yeah, wealthier you, live financially. I love this whole thing about financially strong women. I think is super cool. Financially confident women. So I help financially confident women live. Yeah, I love it. Financially confident women. Yep. Inspirational lifestyle designer, personal discovering experience. Yes, you are all of those things. We're definitely on track. I help every woman overcome self-confidence through photography experience. I love the pace, Sunny, because I think they don't want, this is the thing, they don't want you do, they don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it, right? So I think you help I help women overcome self-confidence by shining a light on them and capturing their inner light, something like that, because that links back to your studio name, right? So I help women overcome self-confidence by capturing their inner light. See how you go with that. Okay, I'll shorten it. Good job. Awakening photography. Beautiful, Donna. You got it. Cultural connections. Gypsy freedom. Mum, we've done the cultural connections thing, but you can have it. We're good. Joanna, I'm passionate about inspiring and encouraging people to beauty themselves. Yes, you are. Custom detailing personal items. Oh, I love this. I think this is about inspiring, shining a light of them inner light. That's it. I think this is about inspiring people to see the beauty in themselves. That's important. So I design custom items, interior spaces. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's so beautiful, Jordana. Sorry, you keep cutting out. That's all right. You totally enrich lives through the joy of music. That's totally what you do. I love it. Custom designing your environment to inspire. Jordana, custom designing your environment to inspire. Something like that could work. Yeah. All right. Look at you guys go. So, and the other thing that's super important is you must have your contact information in there, right? So many people I see, they're doing all this epic work and there's actually no way for someone to connect with you. This is not okay. It's like you've gone to all the effort to share with someone how you can help them, but you're not helping them because they don't know how to get to you. And so if you are coming from this place of sharing content that connects and you are coming from this place of service, being of service is saying, hey, I'm here for you. This is how we connect. This is how we connect. I've got one client, she doesn't want anyone to connect with her on social media. She's adorable. I'm like, how do you want them to connect with you? She's like, oh no, I don't want them to do that. Just get them to send me an email. So for her, it's an email address, right? For me, it's Messenger because I'm always online, right? So I'm like, you're better off to message it. Don't send me an email. I've got too many email addresses. It gets locked in a black hole. Send me a message. That's the best way to catch up with me. So how do you want people to connect with you? You totally want people to know they can be the best version of themselves. I love it. Helping busy mums improve self-care. I would say helping busy mums maintain balance, improve self-care so that they can embrace their best selves and live life, to the fullest. I inspire women to reimagine. Oh, I love it, Miss Dara. I inspire women. I would just say I would inspire women to reimagine and redesign a life of freedom and creativity. I love it. Connected acupuncturist. Email black hole, totally. Connected Ethernet through underground studio tool. Oh, okay, Sunny, that's cool. Cool, I got it. Email black hole. Got it. We got it. Cool. So you know how people want to connect with you. Super, super important. Email, messenger, phone, WhatsApp, whatever the thing is. You get to pick how people connect with you. DMs, PMs, all the business, you got it. You pick how you want them to connect with you. But however you want them to connect with you, you've got to make sure that you get on there, right? Oh, no, I wouldn't say midlife. No one wants to be considered midlife. I'm in midlife. I'm just in the illusion that I'm not. So I think midlife doesn't connect for me. So, yeah, I can't find the rest of that piece. But I think I help. I don't even want to say matured. I just think I help women re-emerge because when they're 20, they're not re-emerging, they're just emerging. It's a different pace. So that one tweak of the word could probably do the thing for you. Or I help women in their 40s. Or I help women in their 40s. Thought I needed a descriptor. Nope, make it short. Short, and the shorter the better, because then people know exactly what you do. When we try and make it all fluffy and put all the adjectives and stuff in it, we lose it. And I know we're all creatives and we want to be, I'm not just someone who helps people find their financial wealth. I help, women with their financial confidence. It's such a different thing, but it's still so clear. Yeah. Yes, I help women over 40 to reimagine and redesign a life of freedom and creativity. You nailed it. I love it. That's me. If you called me middle age, I'd totally shoot you, right? Yeah, I'm hiding the whole middle age thing, right? Actually, I don't always hide it well, but yep. This is not something we advertise. And I would not buy anything that was marketing to me saying, hey, are you going through your midlife stuff? I'd be like, nope, not me. I'm useful. I'm young. I got no need for that shit, people. All right. And the last thing. Okay, so now what have we got? We're super clear, right? We know what our title is, super clear on our title. We know the benefit for our followers. All they're thinking is, why should I follow you? What do I get by following you? Tell me what to expect. We know who this is for. You know, we know who we're trying to attract into our field, and we know, and they know how they should be connecting with you. This is so, so cool. This is so, so cool. You guys are amazing. And the last thing, this is about the sugar. All right. So I think I shared in my email today, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, how do you then give them that space of, I really believe that this is all about life is ebb and flow, right? I mean, hot and flow. And I talk about it a bit. It's the give and the take. If you want to give a little, you got to get a little. If you want to get a little, you got to give a little. All that thing. You can't. Nature, life is cyclical. It flows. It has a rhythm. It has a dance. It's ebb and flow. All of those things. So the same is true with your followers, right? The dating game. You're dating your followers. It's a relationship. And so you want to give a little so that you can get a little. You want to give a little bit so that they follow you. You want to give a little bit so that you can add value, so that you can then maybe give a little bit more, or whatever that thing is. And it becomes this beautiful dance, right? So in this space, what you need to think about are what are the little bit of sugar that you can give them that would give them an example of who you are and the value you bring, right? So I call them sugar cubes because, in fact, from my Mind Valley people in the group, and I know there's a few of you, when I first went to A-Fest, they were doing sugar cubes, right? I don't know if they still do that. But they're doing sugar cubes, and I remember the first time I went to A-Fest and I got a sugar cubes, and I was so disheartened because there weren't many sugar cubes in there. And I remember being really distressed about sugar cubes, and then going to iLab where I met Susie, and they were doing sugar cubes, and I had a full meltdown. I was like, I don't want to do sugar cubes. Like, no one ever says anything nice to me. Like, I don't want to do this thing. This is not nice. It's mean. Because I always felt like there was this space. And so now this reinvention of the word sugar cubes, and if I'm really honest, I only came up with it when I was crafting the email for you guys, is about how do I reinvent this word sugar cubes so it feels really light and joyful for me. I don't want to create lead magnets for people. I want to give people just a little bit of sugar, a little bit of sweetness that makes them smile. And so this is what this whole thing is about for me. And so when you're bringing people into your business, what you want to do is give them an example of how it is to work with you more deeply. And don't overthink it. It can be something as simple as a tutorial or a PDF or a checklist, something that just gives them an experience of what it would be like to work with you. And if you're not selling anything yet, that's okay. Just allow people to see the benefits of what it's like to be following you. So you might want to share some great things. You may even just want to start getting people to engage in a group or whatever that might be. But what is this space where you want to share a little bit of sugar with them so you can get a little bit of sugar? Because then it's always this value exchange that's going on. So what would be your sugar cube? Beck, your sugar cubes are your cooking classes. Your sugar cubes are your YouTube videos. Your sugar cubes are recipes. I think all of those things would be such great sugar cubes. You should select Balanced Optimized Wellness. Yes, you do, Donna. Angela, you do make people feel special, Angela. Confident clothes for 40 young babes. I love it. You're totally getting the hang of it, Paula. What did you say at the beginning? I don't have a brand or a market. I think not. Mother stories. Oh, Donna, I love the mother stories too. You're doing that so well online. Inspire women to awaken and share unique divine gifts. I inspire women to awaken to their unique gifts and talents to co-create a more beautiful world. I love it. Just simplify it. Beautiful, Rachel. So beautiful. I love it. Yeah. And so then what would be a little bit of sugar that you would want to give to women to inspire them? What would be your sugar cube? That gift that you'd want to give them. And it could be, your sugar cube could be a checklist on how to discover your gifts, or how to awaken inspiration, or how to activate your creativity, what would be the sugar cube that you would give to someone? And I think something along the lines for you, Rachel, would be a how-to or a information on how to awaken their gifts or how to awaken this in them. Or it could even be like a mini video series or something like that. Guides on posing, yes. Yeah, I would do guides on posing for you, Sunny. Or for Sunny, I would do, a lot of people are, it could even be something about how to relax, right? Because most people, very few people who are really comfortable in front of a camera for the first time. So it could be some, you know, before you go to any shoot, make sure that you do these 3 things to share this uniqueness in the beautiful world. Sugar cube, manifestation meditation. Yes, I love it. Join a community of women seeking financial, emotional, and spiritual freedom. I love it. It's perfect. My pleasure, Rachel. Always my pleasure. Knowledge for a healthier life. Beautiful, Jenny. I love that. Yeah. And so then, Jenny, what would be a sugar cube that you could share with someone? Do you have like a PDF, or do you have a you know, like some education or some tips? Maybe you know, it's been done, but you know, 10 tips for a healthier life. You know, 10 ways to get more blah into your world. Not blah, but like insert cool thing here. So 10 ways to get more, insert epic like health benefit here. You know, there could be something as simple as that, or like 7 steps to giving up sugar, or all of these things are really, really cool. Yeah, sugar cubes for hypnotherapy. I think hypnotherapy is always about that space of understanding, why do people come to a hypnotherapist, right? Usually the hypnotherapy is not the problem, it's a solution, and they're looking for an outcome. So it could be around, what do you specialize in, Julie, around your hypnotherapy? Is it, do you do everything, or do you have one particular niche that you really love to do, whether it's, you know, addictions or confidence, or if you can give me some insights in there, I can definitely help you. But I think it's more around, I would say it could be YouTube channels, videos, it could be tips to be able to slow down, mindfulness, how to calm a busy mind, how to go into a deep state of stillness, tips on meditation. Some of those things might work around hypnotherapy. But yeah, maybe if you can give me more context, if it's around confidence, weight loss, and self-esteem. Oh my God, so many things. So, you know, something along the lines of a meditation for weight loss, or, you know, hypnotherapy for weight loss, or, you know, 2 quick, what are they, like NLP hacks, or hacks that can help someone change their state quickly. So these things can really work. How to, you know, feel confident in a room. Those things are really cool. Melissa, sugar cubes, education tips, apps, 20-minute call. Yeah. I would say, Melissa, help me again with your, I know I should know it, but my brain is going like this. With your person again, if you can pop that in there. I think in this space, education is important. Tips, cheat sheets, checklists, the mother of mothers is nice. Storytellers, keeper of wisdom. I like all of that. Well done, Mum. Photos on how winter coconut oil is made. Oh my God, yes, that was so cool. Because so many people, particularly particularly people who are very health focused, want to know where their amazing products have come from. So like little micro stories of, do you want to know the story of our virgin olive oil? Do you want to, you know, meet, you know, Papa who crafted this with his family? Like all of those things are sweet. Do you actually want to see where this came from? Beautiful little sugar cubes, inside stories or inside tips on how that can look. Money Coach Busy Women. Thanks, Melissa. So yeah, I think tips to help people who, you know, whether apps are a good one. I think, you know, 10 money saving tips, all those things about being financially confident, how to put financial matters first for busy women. For example, like I'm really rubbish at invoicing. So, and I know I should do it. I just put everything else first. And so like, I know I should be invoicing people. All my invoices are late because I do them all manually because I'm a dick. So like, What are the things that would help someone just overcome that barrier of having to draw up invoices, right? The sugar cube of your brain is in la la land. Give it some sugar, baby. I think a sugar cube for you, Angela, would be something as simple as recipes, you know, how to make healthy food, how to have and I know a bit about this because I'm helping or working with Joe too. So something along the lines of, you know, how to, you know, lose weight without giving up the foods that you love. Great sugar cube, right? Who doesn't want to lose weight without giving up the food they love? If you could show people how to lose weight without like having to give up their favorite thing, I guarantee you would be incredibly successful. Story of what is done in community product. Yeah, wheat to yummy hot bread. So cool. People want to know that, especially the stories that come out in community and in rural Australia. Yeah, give heaps of tips on first time mums around birth, giving birth and breastfeeding. Yep, I love that. And then what about the other some of those other layers around, you know, getting set up, or, you know, tips to like what to expect, some of those things. Tips on chopping, information guiding, connecting as well as encouraging. Yeah, I think, Joanna, perfect. I think also health tips are super important for you. I think style, you're such a beautiful, stylish woman. I think, you know, elegant style, environment, design, I think all of those things are super cool. I love them. Is it making a story on one? Is it making a story on one subject? It could be. If you had it as like a video, like maybe you would do like a, I don't know, you might want to do a micro video or a micro story on something like that, you know, where you're showing, hey, have you seen how bread is made? You know, go and meet Nana Sue, who is like out in the breadbasket of Australia, and see how she actually grows the wheat and then turns that into bread for her family. And that's such a beautiful story that people be like, oh my God, I didn't know. I love it. Yes, you are creating a PDF or a download. That's exactly what you want to do. I did it as well. Yeah, set up hospital bags. Perfect. I think you've got to have a test, and you can add lots of sugar. So that was the next piece. You guys are amazing. How did you know what I was going to say? You don't have to have just one sugar cube. You can have a lot, because the thing about having a lot of sugar cubes is, one, who doesn't love a pick and mix bag? It's like, oh, I get all the lollies, except for if you're doing keto, in which case don't have the sugar cubes. I'm kidding. But you can create a link tree with this. So the link tree then gives people to choose what they want to engage in. And I think that's a really cool way to start to test what is working. So you could have all your different, you know, all your different guides. You could have everything, you know, for community. You could have like all the different offerings. You have all the different guides. Get my free guide to, you know, breastfeeding. Get my free guide to like setting up your house. Get my free guide to like, you know, moving around after birth, like all the things, right? You'd have all these different free guides, and then you'll know which ones people are picking, right? So you don't have to pick one. You can actually test which one's landing, and that's super cool too. Oh my God, I've gone way over time. Look at me. Okay, you guys have got some work to do, but I wholeheartedly believe in you. Is there anything that I'm missing? So the outcome for today is, one, you're clear on what you do, who you do it for, and what you sell. So important. You need to craft your Uber bio. Uber bio, 5 key areas. 1, focus on your title. List the benefit for your follower. Who is your account for? Contact information and your sugar cube, right? So this should be in your bio, in your Instagram bio, and it should also be very high up the page in your Facebook page. So some of that can be on your cover. Some of that will be a call to action where it says, you know, those little buttons, learn more, send me a message, all of those things. All of those things then come into play. But at the front of your social media should be this page so that people know who you are, what you do, who you're serving, and why you, why now, and why them. Oh, such a marketer, right? So I'm glad it's all making sense. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So here's a quick thing. I'm coming into tomorrow. Tomorrow is our last call in this group. And so I want to make sure that I'm super valuable to you. So I was thinking I'll drop a link in the group where you can submit a question to me, and I'll go ahead and make sure I answer your questions. In particular, I want to see some of your work, that I can give you feedback on your work. So if you have, I don't know, your posts that you want curated, or if you want some feedback on your map, or you want some feedback on your brand, or your feedback on your messaging, on your Uber bio, like anything that we've been talking about, pop it in the questionnaire. I'm going to pop the questionnaire in the next few hours, right? I won't do it right now, but the next few hours, or maybe one of my minions can help me put the questionnaire in, just saying. And then tomorrow, I will, when we go live in the group, I'll be answering and giving live feedback on all your stuff. So you guys, that's right, Mystere, I've got another group. I turn up every day there too. I'm like the group queen right now. So don't worry, it's not all for nothing. I've got some ideas on how we can keep the love going. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow too. But I just love being here with you guys. I love the progress and the clarity that you all have. You are just a beautiful bunch of humans, and I'm so blessed to have you in my world. So thanks for showing up. Biggest love and blessings to you all, and I will see you tomorrow.